Hey everybody, it's Heather. It's time for our umatter moment. I posted about needing growth yesterday and that my kid's dad had come over, third generation carpenter, and helped me trim my trees. I do everything else on my property, but I don't do saws. And I've done a lot of thinking. So we've been divorced for a while. We agree on all things kids, and we tend to have issues otherwise. And I'm wondering if other people feel the same way. So I've really been looking at the property and thinking about things, and I wanted to share a story with you guys. So we were married 11 years. We had two daughters. They're both in their 20s now, and we all live within like 20 minutes of each other. Well, except for the one that's far away at school. Okay, I might need to redo this one because I might cry. But I wanted to tell you a story that I actually completely forgotten. Um, the trees made me think of it. So when we first met, we met on a blind date, and then his name's Andy. Hi, Andy. He'll never see this. Um, and we met on a blind date, and I didn't want to do a blind date, so my friends did like a outdoor margarita place on a picnic table. So there's like a whole bunch of people, and we met that day, and we were together every single day until the day we got divorced 11 years later. And it's just differences of growth is kind of where it landed, and there was never any horrible things. It just kind of broke my heart a little bit because he left. I always thought he left us because I had the house, the kids, the dog. Our last house had an acre, and we were flipping it, so I finished flipping the house and sold it and then moved, and now we live here where this tree is. My daughter got stuck in this tree, and I put an offer on the property within 24 hours because she never got stuck in trees ever. I think she was, let's see, she must have been 9. Anyways, the story goes like this. So we meet, blind date, we spend all this time together, we're getting to know each other. No matter what age you are, you know the story. And one day I asked him, I said, so I live in Texas. My family is Southern Baptist. I went to church growing up 3 times a week. My mama was my Sunday school teacher. My papa was a deacon. My uncle was the preacher. My Aunt June played the piano. Well, we all played, all the women in the family played piano. But my mom played piano backup. And somebody else in the family did something else at church. I can't remember. But anyways, obviously church was a big deal. But I raised my children spiritually because when they were little, we kept looking for a church that aligned. You know, once Sandy and I got married, we kept looking for a church that aligned with our spiritual beliefs more so than religious. So if you have never seen my face before, this is like my 163rd video, and my goal in this whole entire world and my walk on this journey of life is to just hope that everyone can find joy. I don't, whatever religion you are or not, those things are just your choices, and that's just who I am. And I don't call myself, I don't give myself labels. So that's what I'm just trying to explain to you, where I came from and where I ended up. When I was in my 30s, I got married to a guy that I met on a blind date that I asked if he was religious and did he go to church. And one of our friends was in this like I'm an atheist thing, and so I even joked. I was like, or are you one of those atheist people? Because I didn't know a whole lot about that. And he said no. He said, you know, I don't go to church because I find church when I sit underneath a tree and just play guitar and make up my own songs, and I find my peace there. And when I remembered that story today, I just burst out crying because even though we get along, I didn't realize that I think I'd been a little bit broken for a while. You know, we've been divorced for quite some time. But I didn't realize that um, just the act of us working together yesterday, clearing the property, and the kids came out, and we all had a good time. And there's a lot of families that are divorced and work really well together, and there's some that don't. So what I wanted to tell you guys was I remembered the reason that I married him today after all these years that we'd been divorced, and I never cry. I mean, it's just not my thing. And so it's really weird that I even just did this on camera. I don't know if I'm going to post it, but I just wanted to say that if there's someone in your life that you can't figure out why you can't forgive them, or if you feel like, why did they hurt me? Or, you know, if you're in a similar situation like me, I want you to look at my face and realize that I found relief today when I realized that I still love that man that I fell in love with the day that he explained to me what his church was. It was almost like we saw something in each other, like a mirror. And it didn't mean that we always had to be together. We brought children up because that's what we wanted to do, and we're still doing that. But we're also living our own separate lives. And for some reason, I really wanted to grab my phone and just memorialize this moment because, yeah, we've had some fights. I mean, a lot of people do. But, Andy, if you ever see this video, I surprised myself today crying and then realizing that I just wasn't mad at him anymore. Not only did we trim trees yesterday, but I made a video saying that we all need to leave room for growth. And then within 24 hours, bam, I grew. All that stuff that was in my heart that felt hardened when it came to him, and he didn't do anything to me. Our relationship just, we just weren't spending enough time together. Our relationship just wasn't the same, and we weren't happy. So, and we had made a deal with each other. If we weren't happy, that, you know, we would still be friends, and we didn't have to stay married. That was, we were in our 30s, so. But I'm 53 now, y'all. That was a long time ago, okay? And all I really want to tell you is there's always room for forgiveness, love, and growth. And a part of me that thought that I would just feel this certain way about this certain person who is my friend and is the father of my kids and he does a good job, and I feel different. I feel healed. And I don't know, I just really, really wanted to say that I don't think there's enough people that use their voice in a space where I'm sitting up against a tree, just like he would be. Most people do that with their best friend over a beer and a stranger or in a therapist office. And I want to say this to anyone that watches it. I hope that you found a piece of what I said that could heal a little bit of your heart so you could find some joy too. And my name is Heather, and you matter because we can all heal and grow. And I love you so much. I'm trying so hard to smile. It's really hard. I'm not sad. I'm just having a little hard time being chipper because I'm still really overwhelmed. So I hope that you find joy at some point in the rest of the day, the rest of the year, the rest of your life. And if this is the first or the last time that you ever hear my voice, I hope that you know that you are kind and you are loved and you are supported. And if you have never heard that before, or if you have, subscribe to my channel. I put one of these out every day, and they're usually 60 seconds. So if you're still with me, you get the gold star. I love you so much. Thank y'all for listening. I appreciate being able to speak my mind, and hoping that if I felt this way and was watching a video of someone saying the same thing, I would hope that it would help me. So that's why I'm here. I love you. Have a good day.